What's up, guys? I'm your host, no name. Let's just keep it at that. Today I am gonna explain to you guys. Okay, see, I made a video on this channel not too long ago explaining the meaning of blurry face, right? Well, it's like that's all just the simple stuff. I figured out a whole bunch, like. Alright, so first off, let me just get out of this. I don't know what I'm wearing. Guys, I know I'm playing video games again. I don't want to do like a webcam kind of thing right now. And, I look like crap anyways. But, no, you guys, like, I listened to it for a while and everything. The whole Blurry Face album and like, what is it? I'm sorry, guys, I'm tired right now. I didn't get too much sleep. And, what you call it? God, if I could think right now. The, Vessel album. I don't know why it took me so long to remember that. But, guys, I figured, like, a lot of it out. Alright, so, in the Vessel album, okay, so you guys know how in a horror movie, whenever they come in and try to get the, whatever's in them out of them, like if there's like a demon in them or something, they're like, leave this vessel. Well, basically, Tyler Joseph is the vessel, and, Blurry Face is controlling him at times of depression, crap like that. Whenever he's depressed, then, you know, he's gonna come in and like start taking his body over, and that's why he made his song Holding On, or Holding On to You, or something like that. And he was basically talking about how Blurry Face is like, he said, this isn't a noose, this is a leash. And he's talking about taking his body under control, crap like that. A lot of people don't pay attention to that, but I did. And whenever I listened to it, and I was like, oh, this album must be talking about how he's taking his body back under control. And then the album Blurry Face is basically describing Blurry Face, because in his song, I forgot which song it was. I forgot a lot of these songs. But in his song, in one of his songs, he's talking about how, it, like, basically, literally what I told you guys the other day. Blurry Face is the, character that Tyler Joseph made to represent his and others', insecurity. And he talks about his, insecurity and how, that's how he feels right then, like in the song. And then he starts singing as Blurry Face, and when he starts singing as Blurry Face, that's when things start getting, like, you discover new things about Blurry Face. Well, now then if you listen to the song Message Man, you hear him saying, these lyrics aren't for everyone, I don't think you understand. And then he's basically saying that is because you hear people going around singing stuff like Stressed Out, only the songs they know. But if somebody could really relate to the music that he's producing and everything, then they would look up his actual album. That's why he in the song, let me think, Lane Boy, I think it might have been, he says this song will never be on the radio. And he's basically telling the audience that if you really want to hear his music because you can relate to it, then search his music up and, like, you know, listen to the music without, you know, have it on the radio, without being forced to listen to it, basically. And then if you listen to the song We Don't Believe What's on TV, he said, Blurry Face comes into the song and says, I don't care what's in your hair, I just want to know what's on your mind. And then he says, I used to say I wanted to die before I was old, but because you I might think twice. Okay, so I thought about this, and it sounds like Okay, so every teen goes through some type of depression. Well, he's not that old. He's still going through his depression, but as he got older, he started getting like keeping that depression and everything. That's Blurryface saying, I used to say I wanted to die before I was old, but because of you I might think twice. That means Blurryface is staying. His depression isn't leaving him. And then in his song Goner, he says I've got two faces, Blurry's the one I'm not. Whenever he says something like that, that means he's basically Tyler Joseph singing, but then whenever his depression kicks in, he's gonna sing as his depression. And I don't think a lot of people understand the art he puts into his music, because my friends are always like, dude, why are you always listening to this? Listen to something different. And I'm like, no, because the art in this music, just the mystery in this music is just like astonishing, and nobody ever thinks about like how music is. Okay, so I go and tell people, yeah, whenever I'm listening to music, whenever it comes to music, I live by the what's it called? The quote, basically, by William Shakespeare, it's basically it's Earth has music for those who listen. That's basically saying, no, not rap, and rap and everything is like actual music, but they're talking about music as in stuff you can relate to and stuff that actually makes sense. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the only message in rap is like, I guess, gang violence and crap like that. And, I mean, I guess if some people want to relate to it, they can, but that's not what I'm looking to relate to. I'm looking to relate to, like, all this, what would you call it? Depression. Just basically depression. And stress, and that's basically what he's singing about. That's why sometimes I can listen to Lil Uzi Vert, but because he's just like a laid back, chill, but also singing about his depression type of guy. But no, I mean, I fully understand why some people choose to listen to him, but like, it's just like the crazy amount of work he put into this. But then at the same time, he explains how it didn't really take that much to write his songs, because all he does is writes what he means, and I believe that. But holy crap, I'm out. But no, like, you guys, like, some people just don't listen to it the way I do. When I listen to this music, I mean, I expect there to be some type of message in it. And when he put the message into that album, only thing that got me started, like, on this whole album is my buddy's dad. We were coming on the way back to the actual state we live from the beach. I'm not gonna name that. But we were coming back from the beach, and he said, "Oh, you guys want to listen to 21 Pilots? I can play 21 Pilots." And he was like, "All right, I don't want to listen to Stressed Out because it's kind of played out." And he was like, "But we'll listen to everything else." And I was like, "This is actually pretty good." And I was like, the Blurryface album didn't really make any sense to me at first, but when I started listening into like those lyrics, it was like amazing. Like, and then even then, I wasn't even listening into the lyrics. I had to look up the album, and then I started listening to the album like in order, and I wasn't doing that before. But when I finally did, I learned some interesting stuff about Blurryface. I didn't think Blurryface was like a character or anything, but now I know Like, it is a character. Actually, Blurryface isn't really what you would call a character. Blurryface is just Tyler Joseph in general. I'm sure everybody has a blurry face, but some people lock their blurry face like out of their life, and it doesn't help them out. I guess you basically got to fight them, is what Tyler's basically telling us. Because in his song Car Radio, he says, I ponder of something terrifying because this time there's no sound to hide behind. If he doesn't have his music, this is a true story, by the way, from Tyler Joseph. He talks about his depression and everything catching up to him, and how he used his music and everything. That's what I don't understand about people. I wish people would pick a much different, like a better genre of music. But I mean, if that's what they want to bump to, that's what they can bump to. But I personally would not recommend like crap like that, because if you're going through some type of depression, you need something to cope with the pain, and rap ain't always going to help you, because I don't know, it's just basically pushing you in the wrong path. But listening to this stuff and listening to how he lived through all that crap, it's crazy. Like, he went from not having the best life to now, singing well. And then another thing I like about this is his vocabulary, and because in the song Stressed Out, there's a couple things I'm not going to mention, because if you really actually cared about the music, you would probably go and look it up, look the lyrics up and everything. But all I can tell you is it's something about taking a ladder, and it's in the song Stressed Out, and it's really, really cool how he there's this twist in all of his songs. And another thing I like is about his music is how whenever he's what would you call it, writing, singing and everything, the music in the background, it's not just the same tone. The tone changes from dark to happy. And in the song Not Today, it's he says something about, I don't know why you waste all your time trying to get to me, stuff like that. And then he's Tyler's no, I'm crazy. I don't know why I waste all my time trying to run from you, because he knows his depression's gonna catch up anyways. And I'm sorry guys, I kind of zone out every once in a while. I'm just I don't know. I gotta think about all these details at the same time, so I'm not telling you guys a lie. But it's just crazy how he makes his music work and everything. It's just I don't know. And people ask me, why don't you just go to sleep? Why are you so worried about that music? Guys, I listen to the music every day. Guys, it's bad. I don't know, I can just relate to a lot of the stuff he sings about. And he the song House of Gold, I didn't like this song House of Gold really that much, but then and he doesn't give that many hints about Blurryface either. But he the way he changes the tone in his voice and his music and everything, from dark to the brighter side of him. And that's another guys, that's another thing people don't think about. It's his alright, so I said this I think I mentioned this in the last video, but since this is the fully explained video, if somebody saw this on my channel, I'm sure they would go look at that first. But his what his logo basically represents, he won't mention this to anybody. And I'm not telling you this is like true or anything, because I don't know if this is the real reason or what his logo really represents, but what I think it is, because I heard a guy mention this and I was like, yeah, that's like a really, really good good straight out reason for thinking that. The one line, like the straight line, vertical line, it seems like that's his good side, and the slanted line is his bad side, and then the line in the middle, the horizontal line, is both the good and bad in them. So it's basically stating that not everybody's perfect, and it's like a puzzle. Everything's a puzzle with them. They won't even tell you where they met or how they met. And it's just like, I don't know. That's something I really like about them. They're kind of like mystery guys, like mystery artists. And I guess some people don't like that, but I mean, listening to music and solving a puzzle at the same time is kind of crazy. Like, because most of the stuff he sings, he tries to make it, rhyme and everything, but at the same time, he's throwing that puzzle in there. But then, he also mentioned in one of his songs that all it is, it only took him 3 minutes to write most of his songs, because all it is poetry, which sounds like pretty true, because if you listen to his music, you could go in there and like, they have lyrics in the descriptions of the videos and everything. If you go and look at the lyrics in the description, you could make like a really good poem out of that music. And that's also something I find pretty sick about it. But let me get into a party, because I'm going to join online and everything. Alright. But, no guys, I don't think a lot of people understand, like, how much I do to find out, like, the whole mystery of the music that they create. Because, like, just messages in music is just like, it sounds crazy. And I know I sound crazy right now. Heck, I'm tired. I'm making a video on I don't even know, blurry face. And guys, it's like so bad. My like wallpapers on everything, my PlayStation account, it's all blurry face, cause I don't know, I feel like the character Blurry Face is gonna do something for me in the future. And I don't, whether it's like the music, me being able to relate to most of the music, or if, heck, I would love this if I could actually meet Tyler and Josh in real life. That would be pretty sick. You guys don't understand. Look at my character. Look, I tried. I didn't get it exactly right, but I tried. Guys, like, if my friend sees this video, Parker, I know if you're watching this, you're gonna be like, why? But this crap is like, I don't know. I just don't know why. Dude, like, I don't know. And then figuring out this puzzle was just like crazy. And then whenever I tell it to other people, they don't understand, because the genres of music that they listen to aren't so like twisted and crap. Like, the stuff I listen to has some type of poem in it. And that's why I love to listen to the Blurry Face track and the Vessel track, at least some of the tracks in the Vessel album. But No, Blurry Face is like a pretty twisted because let's see. In his song Not Today, he turns the tune of his music to a like happy like kind of feeling. But then whenever Blurry Face is singing, you can tell he's singing because it gets dark. And then in his song Doubt, Blurry Face is like whenever you hear Tyler saying no, when everything kind of gets dark, Blurry Face comes in and starts singing. And then he says in the song Doubt, he says the mark is already made on his skin, crap like that. And then he says in his song Polarized. Polarized is basically a song about Blurry Face causing like trouble, and remember, Blurry Face is technically Tyler Joseph, but it's also his depression. And the song Polarized is about, causing trouble, whether it's like emotionally, like whether it has to do with depression and everything, or like what would it be, like losing friends because they can't deal with your. And trust me, I know what this feels like because I done had like a lot of fake friends like run over me like that, and you hate to see stuff like that, but it happens. And I guess just like they didn't understand like what I saw in my music and everything, and why I was so depressed and everything. And whenever you lose a friend, you kind of like get that feeling like you're never gonna have a good friend again, because everybody's like so messed up these days. And I'm lucky to have a like really good friend, but like I don't try to like talk to too many people. And a lot of people try to like text me, like especially like these I don't know, everybody's always just asking for something. But whenever I listen to the music and everything, I realize all I need is my best friend, because Tyler has his best friend, which is Josh. And I'm lucky to have a friend at least like close to Josh. But well, I mean, you can't, nobody has like some type of twin on the world. Well, they kind of do, but they're not the same people. Like my best friend isn't the same person as Josh, but he's still a good friend. He's always there whenever I need him, even when he hates me. Like, I can't tell you how many verification codes I've sent to his phone number because my phone got turned off. It's like super funny. But no, like he's always there for me, whether it's like a little favor or something major. But I appreciate that. And yeah, I text a lot of different people, but they never just like click. They're not the same. They seem like the type of people that would just like bail on you in a way. And when I was little, I wanted to be a lot of types of people and everything, but now I would just be fine being that average guy, because like I kind of messed up in a way. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I use Hot or Not every once in a while, but I texted my buddy saying, bro, I just messed up terribly. He said, why? I said, not to be rude or anything, but I just sent a bunch of, like, I just put the freaking heart for a bunch of ugly girls because they updated it, and I didn't know it was, if it was like, I just didn't know. Well, then he was like, bro, were they like were they like out of your league or something? And I was like, yeah, they were. Next thing I know, my phone's blowing up. So and so liked you back. It was the worst thing ever, because I used to like be the ugliest person on the planet. I probably still have old videos, like my first video that I've ever made. If you go and look back at that, I'm like the ugliest person in the world. But no, guys, like, I'm cool with being just that average guy, as long as this blurry face image that I have in my head is gone away by the time I get into my older years. Because Tyler also talks about how he was always told that when he got older, all his fears would shrink, but now he's insecure and he cares what people think. He also mentions being insecure and everything, and then Blurryface starts singing. And what's funny is that's something I just thought about off the top of my head. I was just thinking about the lyrics, and I was like, yeah, that also makes sense. Let me just throw that into the video. But guys, like, you guys got to look at, like, what's on the internet and everything. No, but what made me, like, kind of cringe is kind of when Tyler and Josh went and reacted to Musical.ly's with a bunch of little kids going and, like, doing Musical.ly's for the song Blurryface and Ride. And what was funny is that was the only song they knew. They knew nothing about 21 Pilots at all. And they went and just, like, blew the whole thing. They just blew it. They were, like, making these dumb Musical.ly's. And what kills me about Musical.ly is everybody does the same thing for every song. And it's like nothing ever changes. And it's kind of cringy. But I don't think about it too much, I guess I just do me. But no, guys, like, a lot of people, I mean, if you don't really care much about 21 Pilots, I'm not going to judge you for it or anything, because I know a lot of people would judge me for, like, being onto this Blurryface puzzle so much. But the reason he put the puzzle there is so people could actually go and, like, figure this puzzle out. And a lot of people, can't find the puzzle, but it's there, trust me. Like, just, you gotta kind of look into it more. It took me like 3 weeks to find this out, and I'm still, like, digging at it, looking for other things. But then in the song Doubt, Blurryface comes in singing. Tyler says no because he knows his Blurryface is about to break through and start filling his head with a bunch of nonsense. And then he says, don't forget about me, because he says, even when I doubt you, I'm no good without you, because nobody is being depressed if Blurryface isn't there, and life would just be a lot better. And then whenever Tyler comes into the song saying, I've got two faces and Blurry's the one I'm not, he's basically saying, at this point that I'm singing, I'm not Blurryface. It's my depression singing and all of my other, verses, crap like that. And then, I don't know, in the song Heavy Dirty Soul, he doesn't hint to you that much, because it doesn't seem like the songs are in order. It's just all twisted. But he says, will you save my heavy dirty soul? The reason his soul is so heavy is because he's got Blurryface living inside of him at the same time. And Blurryface is like causing all these problems. All his depression is just causing all these problems, and people don't ever think about that. But he's basically he made a character for basically an example of what depression basically is. And Blurryface is depression. And whenever people go around saying, "Oh yeah, I'm Blurryface" and crap like that, it kind of makes me cringe, because they don't know anything about Blurryface. Blurryface isn't a good thing. Blurryface is a bad thing. Whenever Blurryface comes into a song saying, "My name's Blurryface and I care what you think," they really don't. That's depression speaking, and they just like that much. And they're going around, "Oh yeah, that's a good thing. It's a good thing I'm Blurryface." And I'm like, "You're not Blurryface. Just shut it up." And then I don't know. People are just like not that smart. But guys, I just like don't know how to express my, interest, I guess you could say, in the Blurryface album. It's just like a really good album, and I guess I'm like really the only one who sees it, I guess. I don't know, a lot of other people see it, but I'm sure not that many get a hold of like the what it means. But I'm listening to the crap like every day, trying to figure out even more puzzles, because I feel like if you listened to like what he says, you could get this idea of how to stay happy and everything. But then you like he talked about religion a little bit too, and a lot of people don't think his music's about religion or anything, but it kind of is. Like his song Clear, in his song Vessel, he or in his album Vessel, he talks about how he doesn't know how people would react if he went out on the street corners just yelling, "Oh yeah, I thought about suicide about once or twice last night," because that's when and then in another song he talks about night, most likely. He says Blurryface comes in their lives a lot at night, and he says doesn't it? Or he says it happens once or twice at night, and he's basically talking about Blurryface coming into their lives and just like screwing it up. I feel like Blurryface is just it is just one character that he like refers to as depression in general, because he says in his song, I forgot what it is he said, but he says this song is like or his depression or something like that. He says it represents he says it represents what I think I feel, and he said better yet, it is what I feel. And he's basically talking about Blurryface whenever he says that. I guess a lot of people just don't really care to find out the puzzle, and I don't blame them, but like I have nothing better to do but like find out what this puzzle is. And I found out a lot about it, and I don't know whether to be proud of myself or not about it, but the accomplishment that I made is that whenever I go to listen to that song, I actually know what he's talking about, instead of like, "Oh yeah, Blurryface is a good guy, a good character made up by Tyler Joseph," and people aren't that smart whenever it comes to this stuff. And then stuff like he says in one of his songs, I think it's The Judge, he says, "I'm a grown imperfection and I'm best friends with my doubt." And that's saying that he's best friends with what's his name, Blurryface, which is basically, whenever it comes into the song Doubt, that's when Blurryface keeps trying to sing to to Tyler saying, bro, I'm like your best friend, like, and then in the song, We Don't Believe What's on TV, Blurryface is singing for him, saying, you know, we can grow old together, you know, just you and your depression, and, you know, we'll turn into, like, bums and everything. We'll just, like, sell your hair, crap like that, make money off of selling your hair. So, no, guys, like, I don't, just a lot of people don't listen to this stuff like I do. And describing that, I could describe more, but, like, first of all, if you really cared, you would go look up the album and listen to it yourselves. Second of all, I don't really, whenever I'm listening to music is when I really catch on to it. And I'm not turning on music right now so I can get struck down for copyright a second time, because the first time was my sister's fault and I really got mad about that. But, no, guys, I hope this did just, like, really, really help you guys grasp the, like, puzzle, the meaning in the puzzle of Blurryface and everything. And, if it did help you, please leave a like. And as always, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm trying to get up to at least 150. And, before I start making actual videos, because I don't know, I just, like, it's whatever. And as you guys know, I'd like changed my channel up. It's not a gaming channel anymore. I'm just gaming on it just for fun right now. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. There might be a part 3 to what you call it, the Blurryface explained, but I can't promise anything. There might not be. But I will see you guys later.